the man I made, the one that wears my face. I talk tough at the table, but I'm weak here in this place. I said I'd quit my leaving, then I left before the song. Now every quiet minute stretches out a mile too long. Is there room for me to change, to be the man I mean to be? If I stop my running mouth, will you stay and sit with me? I can't buy back what I broke, but I can learn to hold on strong. Say the word and I'll keep time, slow and steady all night long. There's a hush inside my chest where the thunder used to be. I found it out the hard way, blame don't ever set you free. I can feel a little clearer where the pride and anger drown, like a heartbeat in the silence saying, boy, just turn around. I've been talking to the dark, not to win, just to be heard. Trying to be quiet for a kind of word. When the world gets big and empty, I remember what is mine. Not the trophies that got heavy, just the hand that's holding mine. Is there room for me to change, to be the man I mean to be? If I stop my running mouth, will you stay and sit with me? I can't buy back what I broke, but I can learn to hold on strong. Say the word and I'll keep time, slow and steady all night long. If there's room for me to change, I'm right here, say the word. I'll keep time on this old heart till your laughter can be heard. I can't promise I won't stumble, but I'll meet you in the light. On the good side of my shadow, walking humble through the night. I carry old mistakes like stones in both my hands. They rattle in my chest, a ghost no one commands. I loved and then I left, kept breaking all my plans. Now I'm talking to the dark, hoping mercy understands. Stars don't judge, they listen when I call. This lonesome heart is tired of standing tall. If mercy wants a sinner who can fall, teach me how to love, to give my all. I hear my father's laugh in the corners of my day. Mama taught me kindness is the only coin that pays. I broke a good girl's trust, then drifted far away. Now I'm learning how a gentle answer stays. not the man I was, but I'm not past saving yet. Your hand on my shoulder can quiet my regret. I'll trade my pride for truth, pay down every debt. Let tomorrow find me brave, not hiding from the sweat. Stars don't judge, they listen when I call. This lonesome heart is tired of standing tall. If mercy wants a sinner who can fall, teach me how to love, to give my all. I won't outrun my name, I'll let the healing start. I count the quiet pulses of a braver open heart. Stars don't judge, they whisper, do your part. One steady breath at a time, I'm giving back my all. I wore my pride like a jacket I wouldn't undo. Kept out the cold, kept out the good in you. Said I was fine while I hid what was real. Now all I want is to be small enough to feel. Make me small enough to kneel, big enough to heal. Let this restless heart remember how to feel. I don't want glory, I just want right. Small enough to kneel, learn to hold the light. My old man told me, kind outlasts strong. Took me years to admit he'd been right all along. She held the door when I stumbled inside. I called it freedom, it was only pride. Under a sky that won't bargain or bend, I count every promise I need to mend. If there's a road back, it starts standing still, with a steady breath and a willing will. Make me small enough to kneel, big enough to heal. Let this restless heart remember how to feel. I don't want glory, I just want right. Small enough to kneel, learn to hold the light. I'm small enough to kneel, strong enough to feel. If you can forgive, I can learn how to heal. Small enough to kneel, big enough to heal. Till the truth got plain and near. Every sorrow that I swallowed left a stain I couldn't clear. I ain't here with shiny answers, just these calloused, quiet hands. If your heart can stand to learn, I will meet your small demands. I ain't done praying, and I ain't done trying. I set down my pride, and I quit my life. If love is a road, I'm on it and staying. Hold on to me, 'cause I ain't done praying. When I'm alone under the stars, I hear the part I lost. The quiet asks me what I've done and what it finally cost. My daddy said a heart is measured by the love it defends. So I'm here to set it right, counting breaths and making amends. I don't need a lightning sign to tell me who to be, just a little steady faith that you still see me. I'll be the first to own the bruise, the last to run away. Teach my stubborn feet to walk, I'll learn it day by day. I ain't done praying and I ain't done trying. I set down my pride and I quit my lying. If love is a road, I'm on it and stay. Hold on to me, 'cause I ain't done praying. I ain't done praying. Hear it in the way I breathe. If mercy has a doorway, leave it on the latch for me. I'll trade my easy answers for the work that rings true. One slow step at a time, I turn my heart toward you. I've been running from my shadow, speaking soft to hide a lie. Pushed away the ones who held me, away the truest off goodbye. Mama said the heart keeps count, even when you turn your face. Now it's heavy in my chest, begging mercy, asking grace. Open hands, open sky, I'm down to truth and time. I counted every careless turn, I tallied up my crime. If love will lift a fool like me, I'll meet it eye to eye. Teach these shaking hands to bless, not clutch and not deny. I called my brother just to listen, we were boys and what we said. Told my old man I was sorry, heard his breathing more than dread. That was silence makes you honest, I found nowhere left to run. I forgave the kid inside me like a father to a son. I ain't asking for a bargain, I know mercy has its cost. Let me pay it singing steady for the people that I lost. Set my feet to small amends, one by one and day by day. Keep me true and keep me simple when the chorus fades away. Open hands, open sky, I'm down to truth and time. I counted every careless turn, I tallied up my crime. If love can lift a fool like me, I'll meet it eye to eye. Teach these shaking hands to bless, not clutch and not deny. Open hands, open sky. I ain't hiding when I pray. If you meet me where I falter, I won't turn my heart away. Hold the good I almost buried, let the blame slip from my mind. I'll be yours in humble measure, keeping mercy, keeping kind. I carried a pocket, a stubborn and a jaw full of pride. Loved you in pieces I kept tucked inside. I joked when I should have said what I feel. Now the miles inside me are begging to heal. If there's a way to be better, carve it in stone. I'll keep time with the truth. Don't leave me alone. Hold to me gently while I mend what I marred. I'll do the slow work, though the doing is hard. I laughed with the boys when I should have called home, hid all my softness and wandered alone. Skipped all the dinners and dates I was bound, left quiet confessions I never wrote down. I'm not asking for easy, just room to be brave. I'll pay for my footprints, not ask to be saved. Take this old temper and make it unwind. I'll trade it for patience, a heart that is kind. If there's a way to be better, carve it in stone. I'll keep time with the truth. Don't leave me alone. Hold to me gently while I mend what I marred. I'll do the slow work, though the doing is hard. I'll waltz with my failings and cut them to size. Keep what is honest and lay down the lies. When night feels wider, I won't be alone. The miles inside me will carry me home. I ain't the man I bragged I'd be, but I can tell you what I mean. I'm learning slow to stand up straight and say the parts I kept unseen. I held my hurt like barbed wire tight and bled on folks I knew. I wanna hold a gentle rope and tie my word to you. Give me a name I can answer when I'm standing small and scared. I'll carry it like morning bread, passed hand to hand and shared. Take my two hands, don't let go till they learn a softer dance. I'm not asking to be perfect, only worth a chance. I've talked tough to hide the shake I hid behind a grin. It kept me from the tender things that teach a man to begin. I miss the jokes at supper time, the way we passed the salt. I'm here to take my portion right and own the tender fault. quiet night hums, I hear my stubborn heart confess. It beats like hooves in 3/4 time and asks for steady or blessed. I've known enough of lonely roads to know they never heal. Only a hand in mine and truth I keep can make it real. Give me a name I can answer when I'm standing small and scared. I'll carry it like morning bread, passed hand to hand and shared. Take my 2 hands, don't let go till they learn a softer dance. I'm not asking to be perfect, only worth a chance. If I fall, I'll rise and name the lesson as my friend. I'll show up early, sweep the floor, and stay until the end. If you can see a light in me, I'll meet it with my stance. I don't need a crown to wear, just be worth a chance. I come with empty pockets, nothing left to hide. I wore out all my alibis and most of all my pride. I ain't much good at talking, but I'm ready to be true. I wanna be the kind of man who keeps his word with you. If you're still listening, I'll lay my heart out plain. If you're still listening, I'll take the honest pain. I won't trade truth for easy, I won't go back to sin. Just say there's room beside you and let the good come in.
My daddy had a temper, my mama had a song. I took the worst of both of them and dragged it all along. I turned from faithful brothers, I let good friends fall through. But I remember laughter still, it points me toward what's true.
When everything grows quiet, I hear a smaller voice. In the wide open hush inside, it offers me a choice to make a life worth sharing and own what each day brings. To love with both my hands and bless the hurt that stings. If you're still listening, I'll lay my heart out plain. If you're still listening, I'll take the honest pain. I won't trade truth for easy, I won't go back to sin. Just say there's room beside you and let the good come in.
I ain't asking for a medal, just a steady hand to hold. I'm tired of empty stories, I want a life that's told.
If you're still listening, I'll learn the steps in time and waltz the way back to kindness, one small faithful line. I wore my pride like a borrowed coat, too big to wear, too thin to hold. I laughed too loud and loved too late, then left the table, broke the mold. My father's hands were steady prayers, I shook them off and shut the door. Now every step is counting change for promises I can't ignore. If there's a way to start again, I'll take the slow road step by step. I'll hold the light you handed me. I'll learn to keep the step. I can't rewind the things I've done, but I can give you all my heart. Set the tempo, waltz me home. I'm following your steady heart. I've seen good friends hold out their hands. I kept mine buried in my sleeves. I called it freedom, walking off like autumn throwing down its leaves. A quiet drum keeps timing me like blood that warms my skin. It says stand still and face yourself. Let mercy start from deep within. There's a wide night inside my chest. It teaches me to breathe. A tiny spark keeps living there, asking me to believe. I've been the drought, I've been the flood. Now I'm learning how to bend, to say I'm wrong and mean it true, be a truer friend. If there's a way to start again, I'll take the slow road step by step. I'll hold the light you handed me. I'll learn to keep the step. I can't rewind the things I've done, but I can give you all my heart. Set the tempo, waltz me home. I'm following your steady heart. So take my word, but weigh it fair. I'll back it up with days. I'll sweep the floor, I'll mend the fence. I'll learn the simple ways. I won't outrun the love we made. I'm turning toward our home. Set the tempo, take my hand. We'll find our way back home. I wore my pride like Sunday boots. It kicked at every plea. I talked so big I couldn't hear the better part of me. I held the door for anger while kindness passed me by. Now silence feels like company beneath this open sky. Make me worth forgiving. Teach my stubborn heart to bend. Guide these shaky footsteps toward the ones I need to mend. Keep me in the quiet where a weary soul can sing. I'll carry love like water, let that be the only thing. I left my brother waiting, said I'd call him back someday. I let my mother worry till the good words fell away. I loved a woman honest, I hid behind a grin. It wasn't what I promised, it looked too much like sin. If mercy has a doorway, I'm standing here unshod, empty as a pocket, speaking plain to God. If hope can span the desert, set this compass right, I'll trade my right to sorrow for a calmer kind of life. Make me worth forgiving, teach my stubborn heart to bend. Guide these shaky footsteps toward the ones I need to mend. Keep me in the quiet where a weary soul can sing. I'll carry love like water, let that be the only thing. I'm learning how to listen to the truth inside my chest, to count the ones I love as every mile I blessed. When the wide night gathers, I won't run, I won't pretend, I'll meet it with a promise to be better to the end. I learned how to gamble with pieces of trust. I called it freedom, it tasted like dust. I laughed when you asked me what sits in the dark. The truth is I'm scared of a faithful heart. What I couldn't keep still keeps a hold on me. It waits in my ribs, it won't let me be. If there's a road back that a fool can take, I'll trade my pride for one clean break. I gave up the story I told to be tough, sat with the ache till the ache said enough. The quiet inside me finally rang clear. Love is the work that you do without fear. There's a desert inside me, thirsty and dry. Still a scatter of stars keeps telling me try. If love is a labor you do till you're done, I'll carry the water and face down the sun. What I couldn't keep still keeps a hold on me. It waits in my ribs, it won't let me be. If there's a road back that a fool can take, I'll trade my pride for one clean break. So here's to the laughter we almost forgot, to mothers and brothers and friends that we got. I'm not who I was when I bargained cheap. I'm learning to live with what I couldn't keep. I told you I was fine back then, I wasn't, I was cold. I filled the quiet up with plans and lies I couldn't hold. You poured me coffee, laughed at me, said, baby, you're still you. I wore that line like Sunday best, then tore it right in two. Give me a little bit of grace to hold, a warmth against the cold. I'll lay these restless habits down, the ones that made me bold. Teach me the quiet kind, to brave the kind that learns to know. I'll keep the waltz in every step, 1, 2, 3 and grow. I miss the kitchen, laughter loud, the notes that said come home. I chased a meadow made of air and ate my bread alone. My father's hand still steady mine when I forget the way. My mother's song still teaches me to choose a kinder way. Mercy moves in tiny steps, it hums beneath the pain. It meets you in the counting beat and loosens every chain. We learn to breathe between the notes, to let the shame unspool, to pass the cup from hand to hand and choose a gentler rule. Give me a little bit of grace to hold, a warmth against the cold. I'll lay these restless habits down, the ones that made me bold. Teach me the quiet kind, to brave the kind that learns to know. I'll keep the waltz in every step, 1, 2, 3 and grow. I can't rewind the clock we broke, but I can hold today. I'll show up early, keep the beat and choose a humbler way. If love is work with open hands, then I will take my chance on 1, 2, 3, a gentler me where weary hearts can dance. I've been hiding truths I won't defend. I miss the kitchen laughter from our years. I leave a door half open I never meant. I drink down quiet salted by my tears. The truth that took its time came straight to my door. I'm learning how to move, counting 3 in time. It settled in my bones like it had before. We'll waltz through the silence and make our voices rhyme.
Mama said a promise is a working man's code. I hung mine on a nail and walked away. Now I'm stitching up the tear in every note. An old friend said, hold steady. I'm trying every day.
Out where the world feels wide, I set my burdens down. I felt my stubborn heartbeat tap a softer plan. No stars had to answer, no voice from any town. Just me saying help, trying hard to be a man. The truth that took its time came straight to my door. I'm learning how to move, counting 3 in time. It settled in my bones like it had before. We'll waltz through the silence and make our voices rise. The truth that took its time now lives in me. I hear it like a steady 1, 2, 3. Take my hand, we'll keep this simple way, turning small tomorrows into today. I walked a crooked line that wore out my shoes, spoke like a winner while aiming to lose, hid my better self like a gambler's card, turned easy to heavy and simple to hard. Then your plain left cut right through the show, and I felt a waltz where my anger won't go. Hold my mistakes like a lantern low. I'll take slow steps anywhere you go. If grace has room for a fool like me, I'll learn it honest. Just wait and see. Teach me to stand when the ride gets rough. I swear this time my word's enough. Daddy once told me a promise is bond. I bent it for comfort and called it my own. Mama could calm me with one little tune. I traded that peace for a loud saloon. I pushed off friends when they came too near, afraid they'd measure the man I feared. Under these honest stars I feel it clear, a small true voice I ain't let steer. If love's a trail, I'll learn it's been and keep on walking till habits end. Hold my mistakes like a lantern low. I'll take slow steps anywhere you go. If grace has room for a fool like me, I'll learn it honest. Just wait and see. Teach me to stand when the ride gets rough. I swear this time my word's enough. If morning finds me still keeping stride, I'll thank you softly for staying beside. I held my tongue till it turned to stone. I watched your laughter fade I leaned on pride like a broken crutch and cracked what love we made. The desert night grew wide around my fear, then narrow around my grace. I learned a man can lose his way and still recall your face. Under the hard, honest stars, I lay my burdens down. I meant every sorry that my stubborn mouth denied. I count to 3 like waltzing sins and lay them further down. If you can spare forgiveness, let me kneel beside.
My sister kept a patient door, I left it swinging wide. My father's hands were steady maps I couldn't seem to read. I said I'd call on Sunday night, then let the moment slide. I learned that love is water and a thirsty heart is need.
I'm not a saint, I'm not a song, just breath and borrowed bone. Each turn around the measure says you never were alone.
If grace can fit a broken frame, I'll learn again to live. With every small and steady step, I'll give what I can give.
Under the hard, honest stars, I lay my burdens down. I meant every sorry that my stubborn mouth denied. I count to 3 like waltzing sins and lay them further down. If you can spare forgiveness, let me kneel beside. I'll carry what I ought to and lay down what I can. I'll make a home in honesty and be your steady man. And if the stars remember me, they'll know I finally stand with yours and mine in 1, 2, 3, a simple wedding band. I talk too big when I feel too small, I know. I left good love standing in the hall alone. I laughed too loud to keep my worry low. I skipped the calls that asked me to come home. I wrapped my jokes too tight just to cope. Forgot to water simple seeds of trust. I keep a little ledger marked with hope. It weighs the promises I left to rust. Count me in on 3, I'm learning slow. Teach these hands to hold and let them go. Stitch the truth back into every vow I chose. Please forgive the part of me that froze. If if there's grace for traveling hearts like those. Take this broken change, it's what my heart still owes. My oldest friend said, show up, that is love. I swore I would, but all my good intent broke. He kept a seat and called me brother love. I sent a note when what he needed was a cloak. My sister saved the letters that I sent, said come for dinner, not just words you loan. I wanna be the uncle that I meant. I'll bring my laughter, not a ringing phone. I breathe and count the spaces in between. A softer voice says start where you are, be true. It turns my blame to mercy, sight unseen. It teaches me to ask and answer you. Count me in on 3, I'm learning slow. Teach these hands to hold and let them go. Stitch the truth back into every vow I chose. Please forgive the part of me that froze. If there's grace for traveling hearts like those, take this broken change, it's what my heart still owes. Walking back in 3, I'm learning slow. I brought the truth I used to hide below. To every name that ever worn my bones, I'm here to pay what my heart still owes. What my heart still owes. I kept my guard up like it paid me to fight. I joked when it hurt just to feel alright. I told you I'm fine while I came undone, counting my faults till I lost the sun. The quiet I carry is louder than blame. It rings through my chest like an untamed flame. If you'll take my hands, I'll learn how to stay and waltz with the truth till it shows me the way. Daddy taught quiet, count slow, then forgive. Mama said mercy's the way that you live. I'm tired of winning the loneliest fight. I'd rather be gentle than prove I'm right. Some nights the wide open sits under my skin, a sky with no ceiling that asks me to begin. I don't need a sign, just a hand I can hold to show the scared kid in me he can be bold. The quiet I carry is louder than blame. It rings through my chest like an untamed flame. If you'll take my hands, I'll learn how to stay and waltz with the truth till it shows me the way. I'll count off the measure and meet you on I'll keep time with hope till the hard part is done. If I fall behind, please turn and wait. I'll step small and honest till crooked turns straight. I ran my pride like a wild-eyed mare. I laughed too loud to hide the age. I chewed on blame till the bones were bare. I smiled at dawn with hands that shake. One more honest prayer. I'm stripped to air. If love still knows my name, please meet me there. I got a heart that breaks, but it still can care. I'm turning in my pride for a life we share. I miss the jokes that held our circle tight. I chased a high and let you down. Those little laughs still hold me through the night. I'm ready now to set my burdens down. Under desert stars I feel you near. I speak the truth with nothing to prove. You answer soft, I'm always here. I'll walk with you, no need to prove. One more honest prayer. I'm stripped to air. If love still knows my name, please meet me there. I got a heart that breaks, but it still can care. I'm turning in my pride for a life we share. I'll carry less and listen more to prayer. I'll choose your hand before I lose my way. A simple heart that learns to love with care. One steady step to hold us on the way. Been talking to the quiet in my chest tonight, counting every little wrong I never made right. I held my breath for years till my voice turned thin. Now I'm trying to let the simple mercy in. I'm living on borrowed life from love I almost lost. Teach these trembling hands to finally count the cost. You can meet me here inside this borrowed skin, and I'll walk it one true step and do no harm again.
I said things to my brother I can't take back. Turn birthdays into silence, love off the track. A letter from my boy says, Daddy, be kind. That little word B knocks clear through my mind.
I'm small, but the wanting in me is wide. Teach my stubborn heart to loosen its pride. If grace has a doorway, I'll wait by the scene till trust grows a future from this worn-out dream.
I'm living on borrowed light from hands that pulled me through. If you can hear me still, I'm learning what to do. Counted by heartbeats, not by fear of sin. I'll walk it one true step
and do no harm again. Let the night be a lantern I hold from within. I'll speak soft, forgive more, and try once again. When morning finds my face, it won't find me proud. Just a man with a promise, saying sorry out loud. I carried my pride like a coat I couldn't own. Spent every gentle word till I was left alone. I called it freedom when I ran from what I knew. Now my shadow hums a hymn I can't sing through. I lay down the weight of my name. I'm not the fool who swore he'd stay the same. Hold me close while I learn how to try. Say there's a road that doesn't ask me why. I learned my prayers from the quiet in my bones, from the letters I never sent and unturned stones. I called it luck when you held out your hand. Now I know grace is just learning how to stand. When the wide night opens like a simple prayer, I hear a low voice say, start from there. No thunder calls, just a steady vow. I give you my word and I mean it now. I'll lay down the weight of my name. I'm not the fool who swore he'd stay the same. Hold me close while I learn how to try. Say there's a road that doesn't ask me why. If I fail, I'll try again until it's through. With every breath I hold, I'll answer you. The burden turns gentle when I speak it plain. I give you my heart, not a borrowed chain. stone in my shoe. I walked over love till it couldn't pull through. The open night hears what I won't say. I'm asking for courage to finally stay. I'm 3 steps closer home, though I shake and sway. 2 steps back again, but I walk anyway. One small prayer I keep, the only one I know. If there is room for me, please let the mercy show. The dark doesn't judge, it just listens and waits. I count old mistakes like notches on gates. I think of my father who taught me to sing. He said, tell the truth, it lessens the sting. I broke what I loved and I called it free. I learned every bargain was cutting on me. If heaven is simple as saying I'm wrong, then give me the words, I'll make them a song. I'm 3 steps closer home, though I shake and sway. 2 steps back again, but I walk anyway. One small prayer I keep, the only one I know. If there's room for me, please let the mercy show. 3 steps, 2 back, and 1 word, please. Let stubborn pride go quiet on its knees. If home can wait for a wandering kind, I'll waltz to the gate with an open mind. Chased the high of being right and lost the thread I knew. I wrapped my tongue around a lie, said I was passing through. The quiet after every fight kept ringing like a bell. I learned that running from myself is just another cell. I'm on the long way back to you, with every mile inside. I trade my pride for one true word and let the rest subside. If grace can find a broken tune, then let it carry me. I'll waltz these aching steps until your heart believes in me. My father said a stubborn man can learn to bend at last. My mother kept her laughter safe, a lantern from the past. My brother poured the coffee black, we didn't say a word. The truest kind of apology is something that is heard.
quiet night doesn't answer back, but I can hear it hum. A smaller voice inside my chest keeps time like heel and drum. I'm no saint. If there is grace, then point me to what's true. I'll hold the ones who held me first and bring that truth to you. I'm on the long way back to you, with every mile in sight. I trade my pride for one true word and let the rest subside. If grace can find a broken tune, then let it carry me. I'll waltz these aching steps until your heart believes in me. When the morning finds my name, I'll meet it honest new. With open hands and quieter steps, I'm walking back to you. I won't defend the things I did. I owe the simple right to lift a humble, faithful tune and sing it through the night.
I count my wrongs like mileposts, each one wears your name. Spoke hard and lit a match, then walked off with a flame. And now prayers feel cracked and hollow, hunting for a home. In the hush inside my chest, where I stand here alone. Dust and mercy, meet me where my pride gives in. If there's room at your door, let a sorry fool waltz in. I ain't asking for a crown, just a chance to try again. Under all those silent stars, let me learn to love again. Mama taught me plain words, Daddy taught me to stand. I spent them cheap on anger, never saved a steady hand. My brother said forgiveness is a fence you mend by two. I'll bring the wire and patience if the posts are held by you. I've been waltzing with my shadow, wearing out my shame. Every step turns gentler when I whisper out your name. Out where breath feels honest and my alibis run dry, I don't need a bigger road, I just need one try. Dust and mercy, meet me where my pride gives in. If there's room at your door, let a sorry fool waltz in. I ain't asking for a crown, just a chance to try again. Under all those silent stars, let me learn to love again. Dust and mercy, if you take me, I will stay. Count to 3 with my heartbeat, I'll keep faith each day. When the night feels endless, I'll remember family and meet the morning humble, the man I meant to be.